At least it's not wine this time. Anyway, Karen from Just Lush Nails. I've got another little video to do and to show you. And the reason I'm doing this is because I've just purchased the ASP Quick Dip kit, which comes with the dips with them. Now, I've already booked my course as well for me and Leanne. So we are scheduled to do that in March. But I thought it'd be a really good idea if I actually got to kind of know the product. I'm trained and qualified in Gelish product and Gelux product. And so I thought I would like to try other options so that I can offer these services to my customers. And hopefully it suits them this better than gel products. So I bought the ASP, we've booked our course and that won't be until March. So I thought I'm going to have a play. Now, there's instructions and the kit looks brilliant. I will show you all of that. And I thought I'm going to go onto the YouTube channel or onto online just to see, to make sure that I'm following the correct procedure for this particular ASP. And now, all I could find was American versions of the ASP Quick Dip, which didn't actually show you this particular dip system. So I thought, well, I've struggled to find anything on the internet and on YouTube. So I thought, what would be a good idea is if I actually put my own little video together, and we can then go along. You can offer me some of your advice if you know of a better way of using the dip system until I am officially trained on it. And if I'm doing something wrong, I would love you to tell me productively. But so I'm learning. I've already had a quick play and learned very quickly how you can make your brushes go hard. So these little tricks and little tips is what I want to show you, and hopefully between us we can actually come up with a finished product that really does look quite good, because so far, if I'm not going to lie, it actually looks quite good, the end result. But it's trying not to knacker your brushes, which seems to happen if you're not quick enough or you don't replace them back into the bottle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use false nails to try it on, just because I don't really want to use, I've not long done mine to be fair, with Gelish. So I'm going to use it on false, which I think is better because you're not actually then putting a product that you're not very familiar with onto your nail. So let's get going. I don't know what it's going to be like, but hopefully it's enjoyable. Right, here we are. So this is what I need to now to explain to you. I'm going to show you the products that came in. Do you remember I showed you? So this is the ASP Quick Dip Starter Kit. And this kit contains 4 powders: Frenchy, Fall of Snow, Clear as a Bell, and Hot Pink Petals. And it gives you the bottles: 1, 2, which is nail base and top coat, nail primer, layering gel, number 5 is the activator, number 6 is the brush cleaner. And the ASP, that was not in the kit, but that's what we're going to use on the top because that's what they recommend you use as the top coat. Right, so let's go. What you have to do first, I've got a few instructions in front of me because I just want to make sure I'm doing this absolutely right. And if I'm not, then I'm sure we can all talk about it. So we don't want the Frenchy. I'm going to do a bright one so we can see it. So let's take the lid off. Look at that. That is a pinky. So what you do is, first of all, get your nail, put your primer on. This primer is a dehydrator, as they say. It's not dehydrating, it's just taking out excess moisture, the maximum adhesion. Okay, so that's step 1, which it shows you, which is lovely. Step 2, take the lid off. The 2 plus 4. So this then shows you go back to it after you've done 3, which is all very well nicely set out. Nail base top gel. Okay, so we get the number 2, and it's very gloopy. Oh, that's not the best thing to do for it. Okay, then you apply a layer of the base gel. Now you've got to remember, when you're putting this on, which is what I found, whatever you've attached the base gel to is where the dip is going to stick to. So then you put it in sort of a scoop. Leave it in. Now lift and tap off the excess. And you can, with a fan brush, which I've got here, just take off. Now I'm going to leave that, because if you're doing your own nails, the way I see that it works quite nicely is then you do that to one nail and then you go to the second nail. So you prime, put it back in the pot. You get that. So this is like equivalent of you doing your second nail. Well, that one's just sat there quite happy. You put your nail base on. So remember, the coverage is where you want everything to stick. So the need to really, you get this on, the better when you're doing it actually on your own nails. So same principle again, into the pot, scoop. If you can't pick it up, tip it. Get it to soak in. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to tap it off. Okay, you can take off the excess with the fan brush. Now, what ASP then says is then you do the layered gel, which is number 3, layering gel. So, take the top off. Now this is where I did it yesterday and I thought, oh crikey, I'm actually now making this brush pink because it's picking up the pigment. So let's go layering. So pick it up, put it on. I've learned as well, you're under a certain amount of pressure to get the time right so nothing goes too hard too quickly. Okay, so that's done. Back in, scoop, pick it up, give it a tap, okay. I've kind of squished it on the side actually, but I can see why that would happen because it's quite a long thing. So you can brush off, we can file that off at the end, which I will show you how to do. I think that's where I've just gone in the pot and it's pushed up. Now, all the time I'm doing these, they are air activated. They don't need any curing. These products are all air activated. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the next nail and redo it again. Yeah, 2 nails at a time actually, because I have got the instructions in front of me and they do say to try and do 2 nails at a time, just to make sure that you're keeping all your brushes clean, because it looks like that's where the problem is going to start. So we've already put 2 layers onto the first nail. Now we're going to use again the layer gel. Again, you've got to work quite quickly. I'm used to using gel polish, which is very forgiving. You can kind of fiddle about with that for a long time and it stays put until you cure it. Okay, that was the bit that I found difficult to understand. Can you see on my brush, it's picked up the pink pigment. Now apparently that's okay. I can put that in there and it won't harden. That was a bit that bothers me and I left it out on the side and I had hard nails. Okay, so now I've just done this so we don't forget. Let's pop this one back in. I'm going to tip it over that side this time, so I don't end up making a crease where I've pushed it in too hard into the powder. Okay. Tap it off. Use your fan brush if you like to take off the excess. I did this as well, see if I can reduce the amount that goes onto the brush. Okay, right, so what I've done is 2 layers. On the instructions it says 3 layers, But what they've also say on it, which is quite interesting, there's a colour here called Clear as Bell. Clear as a Bell. They say that actually this is better to put on as your third coat because it actually then keeps the pigmented colour of the pink brighter. So that's what I'm going to do. So again, we go through the same process. You use the layer gel. You quickly go over. Always thinking of the time this is taking. I think this is why they are suggesting that this service is actually a quicker service, because you are pushed. Okay, I'm pushing that back in, even though it has a bit of pink, and I'm assured that that's not a bad thing. So now I'm going to use this one as it tells me, and apparently Clear as a Bell is supposed to, like I say, hold the pigment of the pink. Okay, you can fan brush that off. I won't do it back in there just in case any pink goes in. Okay, and the same again with this one. And like I say, they're activating all the time in the air, so they are hardening. But then I will show you. Then in a minute we put on the activator. Okay, so the layering gel back onto this one, and I'm going to put it back into this Clear as a Bell. Once again, they suggest this because it apparently keeps the pink pigment bright. So let's brush off the excess. Okay, so those two are done. That's done. Let's move those out of the way in case we end up tipping them everywhere, making a mess. So then we go back to the number 2, which is now your number 4, which is now your top. And you put this on. Again, this all will then start bringing it all to life. You go in. I think you can be quite liberal with how much you're putting. That's the right word. Probably isn't. Okay, so that's done. Let's just pop in there, or somewhere where he's not going to, well, he's put in there. He might stick though, saying that. Didn't have that planned. Okay, and then we got to do the same again. This one. So this is number 4. So this is in theory can't even speak, sealing all the colour in. You've got to leave this for 2 minutes. So obviously when you're doing a whole set, you can move on and go on to the next nail, and so when you come back to them you then know that that's actually had long enough. So those 2 are done, but then we've got to use the gel activator. Now this is where I had fun and games, because I put it on, I do put it on and hang on, there we are. So I just left it out of the bottle and it went hard. Okay, so this is the activator, so you need to cover entirely over the nail. Let's get a bit more, and you have to work quick. And it back into the pot. That was the key to it. Again, I picked it up and went, oh Christ, and it would gone hard within seconds. And you think your brushes have had it. Okay, let's go again. So this is the activator. And if you work quick, you just got to be not over precise, but just cover it. Put it back in straight away. Put the top on. Forget about it. Then these have to dry for up to 2 minutes. Again, like I say, when you're working, you'll be going on to the next 2 nails. So then you can come back to these and then they'll be done. So then what you do with them is which one did I do first? Yeah, so they're fine. So what we do now is you can use a file. You file off your nail. This is when you can do your filing and shaping. You can take off any that gets into the cuticle. But your entire nail is done. So now you can file, however you want your client wants their nails. I'm just trying to take off that bottom bit actually, just to show you. So you can see it's rock hard. You can do all the filing. Okay, so that's done on there, and then what ASP suggests is that you use this product, which is Wow It's Dry by ASP, and it's apparently supposed to be a really quick drying top coat that they suggest to use. So, and it's air dried. Let's put it on, and again they suggest to be quite liberal with that. And they used 2 coats of this as well actually. They did say if you want extra in case it doesn't come out shiny. And there we go. So that's done. The other one obviously is exactly the same, but what they do say as well in their instructions, which I have in front of me because like I say I like to think that I'm doing everything right, they suggest that you can put another layer of top coat just to make it extra bright. And now as far as I can see, that's really quite straightforward, and the services they are suggesting here should only take 30 to 40 minutes. You can do it with a French, which means you would use a tip halfway in. But I think the key to what I was struggling with the information online, that there wasn't enough information to tell me how to use this particular kit, and this is why I've done it. And I hope this has been quite helpful to anybody that's got this kit and is going, oh my goodness me, I can't cope. So anyway, that's all done. I can't think of anything that I've missed or add to. The only thing is absolutely put everything back into their bottles as quick as you can. If you do get a brush that's gone hard, take the brush out of here, because this actually, with the brush cleaner, actually has got a brush, which again I thought was a bit odd. So take that out, and if you've got a brush that's gone hard, put it in here and leave it. And it comes out, because I even set, I don't know how, I managed to set the brush cleaner brush. It probably picked up something somewhere. This is what I'm trying to say. It wasn't as straightforward as it seems because you are dealing with a fast, dry, air-activated product. So once you get to know it, I'm sure it's amazing. And it does look amazing. So I hope you could all give it a go. Try it. Let me know how you get on. If you've got any ideas on how I can improve, please tell me, because I'm so wanting to learn and wanting to give the best service possible. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm always looking for new ideas, new things that you guys want to see, and certainly I can try and do them myself as well, which will teach me. So thank you so much. Appreciate all your support. See you soon. Bye.